You've probably heard of Martin Shkreli, the enigmatic pharmaceutical entrepreneur who was arrested for securities fraud in December 2015. But who is he? Are you familiar with his early life, career, and controversies? Welcome to Finance with Eric. Today I'm starting a new series of financial crooks, heroes, and everything in between. Today we'll go over all of this and the real reason behind his arrest, which is no less than any other public person. Also, don't forget to leave a comment if I missed anything. Let's get started. Have you ever wondered what his life was like before he went to jail? It could be quite luxurious. If anyone is not aware of him, Martin Shkreli is an American businessman, pharmaceutical executive, and stock market analyst who is currently serving a prison sentence for securities fraud. He co-founded the hedge fund MSMB Capital Management, the biotechnology company Daraprim, and the pharmaceutical company Turing Pharmaceuticals. Shkreli has also held positions as CEO of Daraprim and Turing. After committing transaction fraud while working at Daraprim, he was dubbed the most hated man in America by the media. He was heavily chastised for raising the price of the Turing-manufactured drug Daraprim. Shkreli has also received media attention for his abrasive social media posts. His Twitter account was suspended due to his offensive tweets. His early life was the same as ours. On March 17, 1983, he was born in Brooklyn, New York, to an Albanian-Croatian immigrant couple who worked as janitors. He grew up in a working-class community in Sheepshead Bay with two sisters and a brother. Shkreli went to Sunday school. He studied at Hunter College High School, but dropped out during his junior year. According to some sources, he graduated from Hunter and enrolled in a diploma course because he had the required credits. Some reports, however, claim that he graduated from the City as School High School. He received an internship at the Wall Street hedge fund Kramer, Berkowitz & Company as a result of his diploma. Shkreli grew up playing chess with a man named Marty, who introduced him to biotech stocks. He soon became interested in the stock market. He was only 12 years old when he purchased shares of Compaq. He bought shares in Amazon when he was 15 years old. He really was an active kid, I guess. So his career began with his first stock market gamble as an intern at Kramer, Berkowitz & Company. The hedge fund profited from his stock market predictions. While working for Regeneron Pharmaceuticals, he predicted a drop in stock prices in 2003. Shkreli's actions drew the attention of the Securities and Exchange Commission. However, the commission found nothing wrong with him. The following year, he graduated from Baruch College with a bachelor's degree in business administration. Shkreli spent 4 years as an associate at Kramer Berkowitz, then as an analyst at Intrepid Capital Management and UBS Wealth Management. In 2006, he established his first hedge fund, Elia Capital Management. Martin Shkreli was named chairman of the board of the National Albanian American Council in 2008. He founded MSMB Capital Management in September 2009 with portfolio manager and childhood friend Marek Bistek. Then Shkreli founded the pharmaceutical company Daraprim, which operated under the name MSMB in 2011. The same month, his hedge fund suffered a massive loss of around $7 million. He had apparently placed a bad bet on the biotech firm Orexigen Therapeutics. He also lost $1 million in other trading bets, leaving him with assets worth approximately $60,000. As a result, MSMB ceased transactions. Shkreli, on the other hand, kept his investors informed, but he projected MSMB as a profitable company. He was later charged with committing fraud on his investors. Do you guys believe Shkreli was named to Forbes' finance list of 30 under 30 in 2012? He was no joke back then. Martin Shkreli expressed interest in purchasing the esports team Enemy Esports in May 2014, offering $1.2 million. The team, however, turned down the offer. Shkreli then formed Odyssey Esports, which failed to qualify for the 2015 North American League of Legends Challenger Series. Shkreli founded Turing Pharmaceuticals in February 2015, making the treatment of AIDS patients with Daraprim legal on the market. Talking about his controversies, I'd like to list them according to year. Between February 2011 and September 2014, the FBI accused Martin Shkreli of diverting funds from Retrophin and using them to pay off personal and MSMB debts. In addition, he was charged in December 2012 with making false transactions to disguise the routed funds as MSMB investment in Retrophin. He was caught in 2013. Following this, investors in Retrophin demanded money from Shkreli. The FBI accused him of pressuring Retrophin to reach an agreement with its investors without the approval of the company's board of directors. He had hidden the arrangements from the company's auditor by disguising them as false consulting agreements. In September 2014, the Retrophin board of directors fired Shkreli as CEO, and in response, he lashed out at the authorities via tweets saying insane. In August 2015, Retrophin filed a $65 million lawsuit against Shkreli, accusing him of using the company's assets to pay off his hedge fund debts. The following month, Turing was embroiled in a scandal after selling a $13.50 Daraprim pill for $750. Shkreli defended the price increase, claiming that consumers paid a much lower price for the drug and that the stunt was necessary to make a profit. Shkreli offered a $2,700 donation to Bernie Sanders' election campaign in October in an attempt to improve his image and gain federal assistance. Sanders accepted the money, but gave it to an HIV clinic. He lost his business relationship with the record label Collect Records as a result of the controversy. Turing declined to lower the price of Daraprim in November 2015, but announced a plan to sell the drug to hospitals at half the price. The United States Senate Special Committee on Aging launched an investigation into Turing. Meanwhile, Shkreli began live streaming on YouTube to defend the price increase. He interacted with his audience, frequently defending his actions. In December, Shkreli revealed that he was the mysterious buyer of the Wu-Tang Clan's latest album, Once Upon a Time in Shaolin. The rap group had only released one copy of its album, which was put up for auction. It cost Shkreli $2 million. Shkreli announced the same month that he wanted to bail out jailed rapper Bobby Shmurda, who grew up in Brooklyn. Later, he was arrested in December on charges of securities fraud. Shkreli's lawyer stated that he strongly denies the charges and posted $5 million bail. He officially stepped down as CEO of Turing. Afterward, he took to YouTube and live-streamed himself for nearly 5 hours. Calobio's stock dropped 50% after his arrest, and trading was halted for the entire day. He also declared his innocence on Twitter, saying, "I'm confident I will prevail." Later, he was fired from Calobios in December, marking the third time he has been fired as CEO. Calobios eventually declared bankruptcy. In February 2016, he testified before the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform about the drug price increase. He exercised his Fifth Amendment right and refused to answer any important questions about the matter. He lived a peaceful life, but a few months later, probably frustrated by the lack of media attention, he tweeted that if Trump won the presidential election, he would produce a Wu-Tang Clan album. He, however, did not keep his word. Shkreli released low-quality live streams of a few tracks from the album after Trump was elected. In March 2018, he was found guilty of fraud and sentenced to 7 years in prison with a $75,000 fine. He began crying in front of his investors and U.S. District Judge Kyo Matsumoto. It might be true that your way of thinking is never changed regardless of different situations. This is the same for Shkreli. Let's see some positive sides of him as well. The Hunter College High School revealed in March 2015 that Martin Shkreli had donated $1 million to the institute. This is a fun fact for you. Shkreli's lawyers suggested during his trials in 2017 that he had a sexual relationship with Steve Richardson, former chairman of the Retrophin board of directors. Shkreli's Twitter account was deactivated in 2017 after he published a series of tweets falsely claiming to have dated journalist Lauren Duca and promoting a deceptive trend in which adults, usually pedophiles, identify themselves as children. He's been described as a morally bankrupt sociopath and a scumbag, a garbage monster, and everything wrong with capitalism. And those are some of the tamer comments. He served his 7-year sentence and is now free. Let's hope he's changed in the last 7 years and is now living a happy life. We can assume this until the next controversy comes up. With this, the video comes to an end, and if you're new here, click on the subscribe button to receive future updates on your favorite content.